quick disclaimer, you feel me? I love women, but I also hate them. Yo, listen guys, listen. Whatever you do, okay? Whatever you do not get dreads. You see this right here? Damn, oh my God. Wait, y'all see the curl definition though? Do you notice me? This right here, bro, the worst process, the worst part about having dreads by far, bro, is taking out these damn rubber bands of the 2-strand twist, bro. It's like, I don't understand it. Like, yo, shout out my loctician, shout out every female that ever touched my hair, that ever gave me a retwist. I love you, but like, why y'all make the rubber band so impossible to untangle, to untie? Like this is ridiculous, yo. I'd be ready to just cut off the end part and just lose some hair. Bro, how in the actual fuck am I supposed to get this shit, bro? How? I took the rubber band out. There's no rubber band. Why can I not untwist my own hair? Why? What?
Why can I untwist it? Why is my hair?
Nah. Stop playing with him though, like. Stop playing with him. Hey, yo, y'all rate my dreads in the comments. Rate my dreads. Yo, I'm about to go on a little self date. You feel me? I'm going to the movies. We about to go see Fantastic Four. Now I was contemplating, I was thinking like, damn, should I get fried real quick before I go see the movie? But then I was like, nah, like some movies you really gotta just witness the peakness like sober. Like if it's cinema, like you gotta be sober sometimes. But some movies you definitely do gotta be fried. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That just might be the greatest movie of all time. Easily the best Fantastic Four movie adaptation ever. Easily. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards is, and yo, the actress, what's her name? It's like, ain't her name like Vanessa in real life? I don't know what her name is. But yo, the actress that plays Sue Storm, she bad as shit. Damn. One thing I will say though, the 2005 adaptation, I'd say is definitely better as far as like the action-packed, you know, and like the display of their powers. But as far as like a better movie, easily this one right here. If you ain't seen Fantastic Four, go see it, no bad. Got my lime water in here. Feel me? Purple, my favorite color, by the way. I just want to put out a quick disclaimer before I speak. I have the utmost respect for every female on this planet. I am actually indeed a feminist. I believe the world doesn't spin, the world doesn't go round unless there are women on this planet. You feel me? So yeah, quick disclaimer, you feel me? I love women, but I also hate them. Let me explain why though at first, you feel me? Now, I ain't gonna lie, does this make me biased? I recently got out of a relationship, you know, I recently just got out of a relationship. Without getting into detail, things didn't end like too bad. Like it wasn't terrible, like it wasn't the worst of the worst, like, but that shit definitely wasn't unicorns and rainbows, nigga. Like that whole relationship just taught me a lot about myself and about women and like the patterns of women that I come across in my life or that I let in my life. You feel me? Like the female species has got to be one of the most complex, difficult to understand, but yet so alluring, and I don't know if I used that word rightly, but so alluring and just captivating species. Like on the planet, bro. Let me do the love first. Everything about a woman just makes me smile. I'm not gonna lie, women are the reason why I get up and wake up in the morning every day. After God, of course. After God is woman. You feel me? Like, they're the reason why I can wake up with a smile, knowing that I can just graze my eyes on the beauty of a woman. Women, they have such long or short, flow, wavy or straight hair on the top of their head, their scent, you feel me? The warmth of their bodies, the sculpted, God-given art piece of the female body is just chef's kiss. Like, you can look at a woman's body, whether you're a guy or a girl, and you can just appreciate the art. You can look at a man's body and you just think like, nigga, what the fuck is this shit? Why is that shit dangling down there? What is that? Nobody wants to see that, gang. Women are easily like top three greatest things like invented on earth. I'm not gonna lie. Their ability to just hear and listen to you and to just cater to you. You feel me? Like, God really made women for a reason. Like when you think about this shit, like to the root, to like the deepest of the level, you realize like, yo, like, wow, like you exist for a reason, bro. The fact that, ooh, that's yummy. The fact that I can be so strong, the fact that I can just have that indomitable human spirit, that attitude of a man, the personality of a man, you know, pushing through no matter how many hardships he goes through. You know, just keeping that grit, tough armor, shield on at all times. But the fact that a woman can just, the right woman can just easily like pass through that shield, and she can be welcomed into like the deepest, most vulnerable parts of me, and that I can accept her and she can accept me, and she can love me for me whole, like me under all the armor, under all the grit, under that shell that, you know, society says a man has to put up at all times. But it's just what comes with that, you know, what comes with that is just the most, I gotta say it could be the most like draining things, bro. When I say complicated, I mean like literally complicated. Like, listen, they don't know what they want to eat. They don't know why their stomach's hurting. They want you to know that they're upset at you, but they won't tell you why. They want you to read their minds. The female mind, like the female, everybody knows this. Women are just so emotional. They're the most emotional creatures on the planet. Everything they say, act, do, all the decisions they make, they're almost 99% of the time based on their emotionals. You know, they don't really do or act too much on their rational or logical thinking, you know. It's mostly emotional. But yet, they'll surprise you by doing the most complex, complicated, critical, thought-provoking thing that you wouldn't even imagine, and it'll just leave you like they can just like take the deepest parts of you and just throw it in your face like, oh, lawnmower. Damn, nigga, how much grass you got? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep talking. Yeah, you know, you guys were with me yesterday when I was watching Fantastic Four, and there was this one scene where Reed and Sue were arguing because, spoiler alert, by the way, but because Galactus was coming to Earth for their baby Franklin, because the nigga like overpowered his shit. He's basically like a baby god, and he was coming for them, right? And Reed had a plan to lure Galactus and basically trap Galactus and send him like light years away. But in order for them to do that, they had to lure him and bring him to Earth, and they were gonna lure him. Reed's plan was to lure him with Franklin, which is their son. And Sue, Reed didn't want to admit that was his plan, but Sue already knew it because she knew him. That's her wife. Like, that's his wife, you know. She knows her husband. Like, she knows how he thinks. You know, Reed's an extremely intelligent man, and, you know, he's rational and intelligent, and he just does a lot of thinking, right? And they were arguing about it. Reed was saying, he was like, listen, you're assuming that I'm gonna, use our child as bait. And, he was trying to basically convince her that he would never do that. He was trying to tell her that he would never do that. Like, he loves their son, he would never do that. But she was still mad because she knew that even though he's telling her that he wouldn't do it, he really would. And it's the fact that he even thought about it. And he was basically trying to tell her, like, that's how I am. Like, I gotta think of every worst possible outcome so that I can make sure that it doesn't happen. And she was saying how sometimes him being who he is hurts her. She basically said sometimes him just being himself, him being the way that he is, him being the man who she married, who she fell in love with, hurts her. And it was like, damn, when she said that shit, nigga, I almost cried in the theater. Not because I could relate or anything, but it was just like, damn, like how could she, why would she say that? With just words, like, when you love somebody and you accept somebody in your heart, their words do matter, People live their day-to-day. Well, depending on the person. People live this day-to-day, we go on social media, we meet people in real life, and, their words won't really hold as much weight in our lives because we don't really know them like that. But when you are vulnerable with a person who you openly loved and who you've given your love to and accepted their love, their words are going to hold a little bit more weight. So when she said that, I was just like, damn, man. I was like, damn. And you're going to say that him being who he is, the man that you love, the man who you claim to accept, the man that you claim to, love unconditionally, like, you saying that him being that person hurts you, it's like, wow. And it's like, women really do have the power to do that. Women are like one of the strongest weaknesses of a man, okay? Whether it's with their words, their own actions, what they do with their life, that shit can control a man. A woman has almost complete control of a man. Literally. Whether it's with their words or with their actions or whether it's with that fucking pussy, nigga. You feel me? A woman, the pussy, that shit gonna control a nigga, bro. That's another thing I love about women pussy, bro. Like, damn. I'm an ally of the LGBTQ community, you feel me? Shout out to bisexuals, you feel me? You like niggas, you like girls. It's kind of greedy, but you feel me? Shout out y'all, you feel me? Shout out the pansexual, shout out all of that shit, you feel me? You straight, you like pussy, nigga, duh. But even lesbians, you feel me? Like, I get it, like I get why women be gay. Like, nigga, like, bro, have you tried that shit, my nigga? Have you tried it, nigga? But, bro, a homosexual man, you mean to tell me you gonna choose dick over this and you ain't even tried? Like, at least try it, gang. At least try it, bro. I'm getting off topic, but, bro, it's just like, bro, like, the duality of a woman. I mean, I say all this to say, like, I've just learned a lot about women. I've learned about what I will now accept in the future and what I won't accept in the future. And I've also just learned about why women are the way they are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still batshit clueless. Like, I still actually have no idea why women are the way they are. But, I'm learning and I've gained experience, so as I progress and venture off into the world, I guess the weight will be just a little bit lighter on my shoulders, Yeah. But shout out women, bro. I just felt like talking to y'all a little bit, I'm glad I saw that movie last night because it really added a bit of a perspective into this conversation. But yeah, bro, shout out women, shout out ladies, shout out whoever I identify. Shout out whoever identify as a woman. You feel me? Shout out anybody with a pussy or anybody who identifies as a woman. Shout out, hold on, y'all gotta see the moon. Fuck, where's the moon? Oh, there's the moon. Shout out, you feel me? Shout out all the girls, bro. Shout out all the bad hoes. And yeah, bro, I'm out of here.